Good morning, my instructor. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well.
My name is James. I'm a student at Grand Canyon University. Um, it's a pleasure for me to have my first video with you.
It's a pleasure for me as well. My name's Cheryl, and we both work at Aegis Hospice.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity you offer me, and I learn a lot from you every day. Um, I can feel today it's like I'm already a social worker from what I learned from you.
That's wonderful. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Today we want to talk about the engagement with a client, family with empathy and reflection, and interpersonal skill look like. How to I can describe it. For me, engagement with a client and their family is using empathy. Reflecting and interpersonal skill create a safe, non-judgmental environment. It's mean actively understand their emotion, validating their experience to reflective listening and building trust so they feel valuable and empowered to collaborate and on solution. Um, as we visit like family, most of the time like family don't when you first came as social worker, they don't really trust us. When we ask them questions, sometimes they feel uncomfortable.
That's right.
Yeah. For me, I believe like as a social worker, it's very important to make the client feel comfortable with us as a social worker. It's very important for me. Building the trust. Um, they don't feel like scared when we ask them questions. They can understand like we are there for them, not to put them in trouble, but we are there to help them. Uh, because like from my little experience I have with you, sometimes I feel like um, some family in the beginning they might feel like, hey, what question does me? But you always build the trust and make them comfortable and make the client feel comfortable and like that, and then they open and talk to you.
Thank you. I do want to say that you are really gifted at building rapport. I've seen clients really take to you, and I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I'm learning. Like, empathy is the ability to step into the shoes of the client. And sometimes we have to put ourselves in. If it was me, what I would like, it's one of the reasons as social worker we have to be non-judgmental. Um, Sometimes we have to take away the bias we have in our mind, or because they have like unconscious bias. You don't you don't really like pay attention, but it's there. We have to take away that and put ourselves in the client situation. If it was me, what I would like to do, I would like someone to treat me.
Exactly. I do want to say that we all do have biases,
Yeah.
and what we need to do is be aware of our own biases so that we can be non-judgmental when we talk with our patients.
Last week, I have one of my assignment about on how to unwhether your bias. I was like so surprised when I did the test. I didn't know like um, some of biases I have, but when I did the test at the end of the test, I find out like I have some biases, and even I wasn't completely agree with the test, but it's true. Like we do have,
You're right.
yeah, we do have. Um, and then one of the things is really important again is validating emotion, acknowledge the pain, fear, or frustration behind the word.
That's right.
We have to validate it. their emotion,
For sure.
and we cannot like ignore them. We have to validate it. And cultural responsiveness. Cultural for me is a key. People see things different from their culture. Like me, I have different culture. Last week I was telling my children that I said, you guys gonna have both culture. Some of them will come from mine, and some of them you're gonna take it from here because like I have like a Haitian culture.
That's right.
Understand the client culture. That can give you like a better approach to serve the client better. Because culture, what make me happy, what I in culture like what I don't think like is nothing, sometimes it's very important for you.
That's right.
Yeah, it's very important. This is very important, and to understand the client culture. Like I was giving you the example, I met with a lot of people with different country. One of the things I try to learn is to understand the culture. Like sometimes I get a little words from their language, and they can be more comfortable to explain me the culture, and I can learn, like that. For me, I think that's help the client to have a better communication when you're valuable, when you try to learn the culture.
One thing I wanted to mention is that you were speaking with a Hispanic lady this morning, and she really lit up.
Yeah.
And that was really wonderful that you were able to do that.
Yeah. That I learned. I love that. And another thing is again asking open end question. It's very important in asking open end question gently to guide by the family. When we're talking to them, try to ask open question. That's help them to express themselves.
Exactly.
That's help them to express themselves. I was taking an example. What happened I was telling you that during one of the assessment you were doing, I really paid good attention. I see like how the family was like trying to take you up, and they're like, "You gentle, calm down." I said, "Oh, that conversation will not finish." Like I believe, like he was gonna hang up on you. They were like he was and then they were like gently, you calm down, and you asking the question. He's like that, and you like that. And
Thank you.
that finished very good.
Thank you.
After that, I feel like he really calmed down to talk to you and answer all the questions. I took note. That showed me as a social worker how we have to really have empathy and open question and nicely, even like they get upset, they get mad, to always control ourselves.
You bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a good example when I was preparing. I said, that was a good example. I want to share that one with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And one of the question again too is about like personal strength with interpersonal skill and value when engagement with client and family. Personal strengths are like empathy, patience, and clear communication, align interpersonal skill, and valuable to create a safe, supportive environment by combining active listening with core valuable like respect and integrity. You build a foundation of trust that help clients feel truly heard, valuable. Trust is really great. Trust. Like I was saying in the beginning, one of the things the client want, they want to trust us. If they don't trust us, they will not be open.
That's right. They have to trust us.
In that trust, we have to be the one to make them in a situation to trust us. The trust will not just come in automatically because we're going to ask them questions. We want to know about them. And we have to build the trust.
That's exactly right.
It's normal for them to not trust us. But for me as a social worker, I feel like I have to make them in a situation they can feel they trust me. They can feel I'm there to help them. I'm there to find resource for them. I'm there to advocate for them. I feel like as a social worker, that's one part of my job to do that.
Right. And they want to feel cared about.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how trust exemplifies itself.
Yeah. And be patient with them. Like I was taking the example about culture early. Some people might understand like in a couple minutes. Some of them might take hours. Some of them might be the next day. You know,
You're right.
that's what I learned during my experience with you. Everybody don't understand things the same. Sometimes like they might get upset about that and then remember last time you told me next time, just leave it like that.
Exactly.
You just leave it like that. Don't, they will let it just leave it like that. We find another way next time to ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of the things I learned one of the assessment I was doing. And you have mentioned if a situation came like that, I will not like fight to get the answer. Just leave it, and maybe tomorrow, the next time, at the end, we can find the answer. Be patient,
Exactly.
And for me, a social worker, we have to be patient,
You're right.
and find a way to adapt with them, active listening is really important. Respect and dignity.
That's right.
Respect them, have dignity, respect and dignity. Our capacity for empathy bring the value of respect to life.
Mm-hmm.
Empowerment, self-determination. Patient ally with this valuable, they ensure them and guide the client rather than like take over. Guide them, not like take over. Validate their feeling. Remember you told me that validate their feeling.
That's right.
Not like, try to take over and they feel like we try to control them. We're not there for that,
Exactly.
And integrity and trust, those are things like it's really important for me.
Very good.
Yeah.
I did want to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our clients are fearful of death.
Mm-hmm.
How would you approach that patient?
For me, is a patient like his fear of death, what I will do first, I will like validate their feeling, not like fight it with them. Listen to them, pay attention to them, to see how I can be support. I will not judge them, and it is to be there to support them and then validate their feeling and show them what they are saying is important for me and do active listening.
Very good. And we do not want to be dismissive of their feelings.
Yeah.
Right. And we want to help them work through their conflict by listening and asking questions.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It was thank you for your help, for everything you do for me. I really appreciate it. Hope we have another video next time.
Yeah, thank you for working with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.